All right, so coming to a nice, comfortable seat. Let's scoot forward a little bit, start out sitting nice and tall. You do have blocks available, and if you wanted to place one between your feet today, you could also take one between your thighs. So sometimes that can just be kind of nice. It gives us a little bit of feedback, so you can kind of press into that block. Sometimes that helps us to root down under the sit bones a little more. Let's give the shoulders a little roll out. And let's roll them forward. Okay, roll back again a few times. And then allow your shoulder blades to release down your back. They're gently squeezing in towards each other. You can just take your hands on top of your thighs. Feel your sit bones pressing, your feet releasing into the floor. Allow your eyelids to close if they're not already. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. And open your mouth, sigh the breath out, let it go, ha. Again, smooth, full, deep inhale, fill up. Sigh the breath out, let it go, ha. So this time, inhale, fill up, and then pause. See if you can sip a little more air in, and then do that without raising your shoulders. Open your mouth, sigh the breath out, ha. One more like that. Smooth, full, deep inhale. Shoulders relax as you sip in a little more air. Sigh the breath out, ha. And then allow your lips to seal. Start to inhale through your nose. And then also exhale through your nose. Try to even out the length of the inhale and the exhale. It can be helpful to count the breath sometimes to help you find that symmetry. As you start to bring your attention to that sound of your breath, just let all of the other sounds happening in the room you're in just kind of drift into the background. Just a couple moments here, soaking up the stillness. Might be the first time you've had today to just sit quietly, check in. So from here, you can gently blink your eyes open. Let's release the arms by our sides. Let's inhale, take the arms out and up. And then exhale, palms come down the midline, releasing hands down. This time, reach forward and up. And then externally rotate, exhale. Release down, again, reaching out and up. It's just gently warming up the shoulder girdle here. Exhale. This time reach forward. Inhale. Take the arms out wide as you exhale. And then let's inhale, reach out and up. And then just hold here for a couple of breaths. So arms about shoulders distance apart. Imagine that somebody is holding onto your wrist, gently tractioning you up towards the ceiling. You know, keep those shoulder blades releasing towards your sit bones though as that happens. And then as you exhale, take the arms out wide. Let's just start with a little gentle twist here today. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. And right away, just release your hands down so you can grab a piece of chair behind you with that right hand. Left hand can come to left thigh or the outside of that right thigh. We're thinking cobra pose in our upper body. So even though we're twisting around the spine, the shoulder heads are pressing back. Sternum is gently lifting up towards the ceiling. Just seeing what's in front of you. Your gaze is soft and steady. You're revolving any amount that feels good. And this first one, you know, might be the tiniest amount. Good. Let's take a deep inhale here. Exhale, unwind, come back to center. Release your arms by your sides. So this time, let's inhale, reach forward and up. And then exhale. It's almost like you're moving through like molasses, cement that hasn't quite hardened. Reach out and up again. Exhale, palms come to heart center. Good. Inhale, stretch forward and up. Exhale. One more here, reaching out and up. And then holding here again. See how long you can get in your spine. So anchor into your sit bones, your feet, to help you find that extension through the sides of your waist. Exhale, arms come out wide. So wrists are in line with the shoulders. Deep inhale here. Exhale, twist to the left and release your hands down. So that front hand, especially this right hand, might look different than the other side. You're just paying attention to your physical shape. You're noticing how things are feeling in your body. And it is going to be a little different side to side. It's always going to be a little different every time we practice. So how things felt last week might be quite different than how they feel this week. That's okay. And always just gently reminding yourself to return to that sound of your breath as the mind wanders, or as we get distracted by the sounds happening around us. Good, nice deep inhale. Exhale, unwind, come to center. You're welcome to keep the blocks if you're using them. If you would like to get rid of them, that is fine as well. We're going to just stretch into the neck a little bit. So finding those sit bones, pressing down, lengthening through the sides of your waist. As you exhale, you're going to drop your chin towards your chest. This might be a tiny, tiny movement. So send your breath, your exhale to the back of the neck, especially if they're feeling a little extra tight today. And pay attention to your shoulders and what they're doing. So we're trying to keep them releasing down as much as possible. Sometimes that means that we have to lift the chin a little bit. I'm going to be here for several more breaths, so you might find that you start to get just a little more release. Very subtle. And then let's keep our chin tucked here, just moving nice and slow. You're gonna take several breaths as you start to do that little quarter turn to the right. You're gonna get to places where you start to feel an intensification of the stretching on your left side, the shoulder, the neck. Pause in any places that you need to. Take a breath or two there. Observing how this left side of your neck is feeling today. And just trying to slowly move towards a sensation of more ease, more space. Few more rounds of breath. You wanted to release your left fingertips down. That just might change where you're getting sensation. And always try it out. If it feels too intense, you skip it. Let's bring our left hand back to our thigh. Take your right hand to your cheek. Just use the strength of your arm to lift your head. Nice. Both hands return to thighs. And here we are again, second time, just allowing our chin to drop towards our chest. It might already be feeling different. It still might be feeling really tight. You're just noticing here. And then you're moving slow, keeping your chin tucked. We're going to start to bring that left ear towards the left shoulder. Pausing along the way, especially when things get interesting. Perhaps even a little challenging. Maybe that's a spot you need to hang out a little longer. And visualize your breath going to those places that are extra tight and tender. Be aware of how this side feels different in your body. Perhaps you release your right fingertips towards the floor, just to intensify things a little bit. Skipping it if it isn't working for you on this side. It's okay if the poses look different side to side. And let's use our hand, our left hand, the strength of our arm to upright the head. Good. So if you'd like to set the blocks aside, if you haven't already, you're welcome to do that. Let's move into some cat-cow so you can kind of refresh your mountain pose, your posture here if you need to. So again, just landing with your knees over your ankles, rooting down into those sit bones. As we inhale, we're going to rock forward on our sit bones, kind of like a little cobra pose here, so back bending. So we come into this cow stretch. As we exhale, we rock to the backs of the sit bones, drop the chin towards the chest, so we're rounding in the spine, especially the thoracic. And then we continue like this. Several rounds here. I invite you to move at a pace that feels good to you today. So if you're feeling a little lethargic, sometimes moving a little faster can kind of provide a little energy. Conversely, if you're feeling a little anxious, like there's too much to get done, maybe you try to slow your breath down and see if that has more of a calming quality. Whatever pace you're moving at, you're paying attention to your spine. You're noticing how it feels in each of these poses. You're noticing where it feels easy, where things feel congested. And then you're also just enjoying this rhythm that you're creating as you connect these poses with the breath. Just a few more rounds here. Good. On your next inhale, just come back to a nice, tall seat. And let's stretch out the shoulders. So we're going to take the right arm in front. You're going to hold with your left hand. You can hook with the elbow. Try to release that right shoulder blade down. Should be feeling a stretch on the outseam of the arm, tricep area. As long as you're feeling a stretch, that's where you need to be. So it's not like you have to hug this arm very deep. Breath is smooth and steady. So periodically checking in with your breath, just listening to that sound of your breath, following that rhythm of your breath. Good, one more deep inhale. And then we're going to exhale, release. The arms come by your sides. We'll take the second side. So crossing your left arm in front. And please note, this side might look different. So you can hold with your hand anywhere on the arm. You might be able to hook with the elbow. A lot of this just has to do with our anatomy, how we're built, how long the limbs are. So the shapes are always going to look a little different in every body. That's fine. Give one more deep inhale. And then we're going to exhale, release the arms by the sides, make any little fidgets that you need to, any little adjustments. And let's start to find a little more flow here. So we're going to do our just side stretching. So as you inhale, you're going to lean off to the right, take that left arm up and over. Exhale, it releases down. Inhale off to the left. And exhale, release. So just continuing like this. You can close your eyes if you'd like to. Your pace might be different than mine. Again, I just invite you to move as fast or as slow as feels good in your body today. Whatever you're doing, you're trying to just find lots of length. You're trying to find a sense of gracefulness, a sense of ease. Beautiful work, everyone. You're enjoying how it feels to get this lengthening through the side of your body. Let's say the next time you're leaning off to your right, just hang out there. See if you can anchor a little more into that left sit bone. It might mean that you come out of that side stretch a little bit. Observe if both shoulders are kind of creeping up towards your ears. Can you soften them down your back? A little bit of a twist here. You're spinning these right ribs up towards the ceiling. If you wanted to feel a little like side core strength here, you can reach that right arm up. You just imagine that you're holding a block between your hands here, nice. And then think outer hip squeezing in as you come on up. Good, exhale, release the arms down. Good. And then we're gonna inhale, take that right arm up and over. We're gonna hold here for a few breaths. So gently releasing the shoulder blades down your back. Anchoring a little more into that right sit bone. It's gonna help you to feel more of this stretch through the side body. Little twist as those left ribs wrap up. You might be gazing up underneath that top arm. Breath smooth and steady. And if you just wanted to up the ante a little bit, maybe you start to stretch that left arm up. Imagine that you're squeezing your hands into a block. Can you keep those hips squeezing in as you anchor to that right sit bone? Inhale, slowly come up to center. Nice work. Exhale, release the arms down by your side. So let's move into a few rounds of our sun salute. And then I think we're going to do a little crescent pose sun salute. So if you do have blocks, this is a really great time to position those by the outer edges of your feet. So this is going to be helpful as we come into our half forward fold. Also use like a table in front of you. And if you don't have blocks, no big deal. There are other places you can place the hands. So go ahead and release the arms down. Let's stretch arms out and up. You could always reach forward and up if that feels better or works better in the space you're in. As you're exhaling, you can swan dive in, or maybe you use your hands to help you roll on down. As you inhale here, this is where you can press your hands into your blocks so the sides of your waist lengthen. You could also take hands to shins or thighs. It's accomplishing the same thing. As we exhale, we fold it again. And then as you inhale, you're going to slowly roll up. You can use your hands to help you, or if you wanted to do that reverse swan dive out. Beautiful. As we exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's do a few more of these. Inhaling, reaching up. Utthita Hastasana into Dasana, extended mountain. Exhale, Uttanasana, so deep forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Ardha is half, so this is our half forward fold. Back into Uttanasana. And then rooting down to rise up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's do 3 more. I'm not going to cue you. You can move with me. Your pace is feeling a little different. Move with your breath. There's no rush in these. Just let them feel really luxurious, methodical. Your breath is like your soundtrack here. Anytime we're moving through various poses with the breath, it just has to have this nice like meditative quality, this calming quality, even if we're building a little heat at the same time. Good. So when you're done with your third round, just pause with your palms together at your heart, sitting in your mountain pose, your Tadasana. Allow your eyelids to close. And just take a few rounds of breath here. Just noticing how you're feeling. The heart might be beating faster. You might be feeling a little more heat. Might be feeling a little more awake. I just gently blink the eyes open here. So we're gonna play with our crescent pose, do a little twisting, and then we'll do a little flow with this as well. So we're gonna keep the right knee bent, extend the left leg to straight. And if that's not working, it's fine if you just stay here with both knees bent. So legs are gonna be about hip distance apart. Just still feel your sit bones. Let's release the arms by our sides. And let's inhale, take the arms out and up. Just a few breaths here, holding in our crescent pose. So arms can be about shoulder distance apart. You might be able to press palms together. Arms will come slightly forward of your cheeks if that's happening. You might start to lift your gaze, lift your sternum. It's just a classic, simple crescent pose. From here, let's start to cactus the arms as you exhale. Take a nice deep inhale. And then exhale, twist to the right. And then inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, we're gonna twist again. So kind of same shape that we had in our upper body in the last twist, but your legs might look different right now. And that might just shift where you're feeling stretched. That left hand can be pressing to the outside of your right thigh. It can also be on your left thigh. Just being mindful again to keep the shoulders out of the ears. And then really see what's in front of you. You might move towards bringing your gaze out over your right shoulder. Now that the neck is a little warmer. So if this feels good, especially if you're getting, you know, some stretch in this lower waist, lower trunk area, maybe you just stay like this. But if you wanted to start to hinge forward at your waist, kind of sliding that left arm either down that left thigh or that right thigh, you're welcome to do so. Maybe you bend the elbow, and then perhaps you take your right palm and press it into your left palm. So as the palms press, these look fantastic. You can get a little more leverage to wrap those left ribs up towards the ceiling. And you can kind of think of shoulders leaning back a little bit, head gently leaning back. And just check in with your breath again. Notice how it's a little challenging here to find a nice full inhale, this deep, deep twist. All right, so from here, we're going to just start to unwind. And if you're still more upright in this pose, you can just join us folding forward. So again, you might be using those blocks. This is almost like a little pyramid pose here. Let's inhale, find that half forward fold. So this is like an extended crescent pose. And then again, if you're wanting to play with a little core work, maybe stretch your arms forward. Good, and then think outer hips really squeezing in. Use your belly to help you rise up on your inhale. Good, and then exhale, hands release down by your side. So we're just gonna do a couple more sun salutes, just basic like we've done them, but we're gonna keep this leg variation. So it's just gonna feel a little different on that forward fold. It's gonna be more of a hamstring stretch for that leg that is extended. All right, here we go. Inhaling, arms to reach out and up. As you exhale, hinge forward, fold in. Inhale, lengthen forward. Good, exhale, fold in again. And then inhale, you can use your hands to help you press on up, or you can do that reverse swan dive out. Really nice. As you exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's do one more like that. Inhaling, reaching up. As you exhale, hinge forward, fold in. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, rising up, full crescent pose, maybe gaze up, maybe press palms together. As you exhale, hands come to heart center. Right. So if you have that left leg extended, you can go ahead and bring it in. It is officially spring. We are back to the lawn being mowed here at the condos in Brighton on Thursday afternoons. I'll take it. I'm ready for spring and summer. All right, so you can extend your right leg to straight. Hopefully, I think it's only distracting to me and not you guys. I don't think the mic is picking it up. All right. So again, just check to make sure that your legs are about hip distance apart. It's fine if both knees are bent. It's fine if this side leg looks different. We're gonna inhale, take the arms out and up. Good, so just exploring a few breaths in our crescent pose. See how long you can get. Again, just imagine that somebody is holding onto your wrist, gently tractioning you up, and you might press palms together. That is often dictated by like shoulder flexibility, mobility. So it doesn't have to happen. You might be gazing up. Good deep inhale here. And then exhale, take the arms out wide. Full inhale as you stretch. And then exhale, twist to the left. And release your hands down. So that right hand could rest on the right thigh. Maybe it comes to the outside of that left thigh. So same twists that we've already done in our upper body, but our legs look a little different. As such, you might be feeling sensation in different places. So you're paying attention to that, you're noticing, you're getting curious. Get curious about your breath. This might be a great place for you to stay. You're wanting to play with going a little deeper. Perhaps you start to hinge forward at your waist so that right arm is sliding down. You can bend the elbow, kind of press against your leg, and then you can press your left palm into your right palm so you start to get a little more leverage so you can wrap those right ribs up. Beautiful. These look so good. Your gaze might gently be coming up. And especially now that we've hinged forward in this twist, so we've taken it a little bit deeper, the inhale is definitely challenging. It's hard to get a full breath. So do your best. We've got a couple more cycles of breath here in this pose, in this twisted crescent pose. Good. We're going to just exhale. Unwind here. So hands on blocks is really great. Hands could be on your legs. You might be pretty upright. This is just going to be a deeper hamstring stretch. How does this right leg feel different in your body as compared to the left? Good. So if you wanted a little more, let's all inhale, come up to our halfway forward fold. So you can press your hands into your blocks. You can stay here like this. Maybe you reach your arms forward. So it's a little extended crescent pose, low extended crescent pose. And then you can use your hands to help you come up if you want to play with the core a little bit. Think outer hip squeezing in as you rise up. Very nice. As you exhale, hands release down to the side. All right, so let's do a couple sun salutes on this side. Just flowing with the breath. Inhaling, arms reach out and up. As you exhale, hinge forward, fold in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, rise on up. Good, exhale, hands come together at your heart. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold again. And then Rising up. Beautiful work. As you exhale, hands come to heart center. If that right leg is extended, you can return it to meet your left. One more time, allow your eyelids to close. Just observe how you're feeling. And so as we start to wind down here, you can go ahead and blink your eyes open. We've done a lot of neutral poses, some side stretching, a little neck stretching. Let's just do a little basic hip stretch. We won't do anything fancy with this today. So you can take your right ankle, cross it above your left knee. If there's any sensation in the knee, you can flex this right foot. If that variation isn't working in your body for whatever reason, you can simply find external rotation and you can go as far as feels good. We're not going to do anything else with this. You can take your hand, gently press back. If you're in the seated version of pigeon, you can press your hand down. Just finding a little hip stretch. Listening to that rhythm of your breath, maybe counting the breath. As we come into these static poses, sometimes the thoughts kick up a little bit, particularly if this pose is challenging in your body, if you're feeling a little extra tight today. So inhaling to become 5 or 6 or 7, then exhaling to that same number can just, provide the distraction you need to find some focus. It was counterintuitive to say that. You could also be here with your eyes closed. Sometimes closing the eyes too kind of shuts the world out a little bit. So it helps us to find that place of stillness a little easier. Let's take a deep inhale. Good. As you exhale, you're going to make your way back to center. And then we'll take that hip stretch on the second side. So opening up this left leg, any amount. It could be the tiniest amount. If you're feeling something, you're doing it right. So again, for all of us, the shapes are going to look a little different. You are also welcome to cross your left ankle above your right knee, perhaps flexing the foot, especially if there's any tenderness sensation in that knee. We never want that. And then perhaps you're gently pressing down. I don't have to today. My hips feel really, really tight. You might be in that same camp. But if this is feeling easy, just use the strength of your arm to add a little weight. Same is true if you're in the warrior 2 legs. You can just gently press back. Breath smooth and steady. And your eyes might be closed here. Couple more rounds of breath. We'll release this side. You're gonna come to just a nice, comfortable seat, and we're gonna move into a little nadi shodhana, so our alternate nostril breathing today. So I'm gonna come closer. We're gonna do some little hand pops, finger pops. Good, and then you can circle the wrists out, switch directions. Good, and then you're gonna just try to bring your fingertips towards your wrists and then reach up. It's particularly challenging. Good, Jim's got it. All right, so let's release our right hand down. Let's start opposite today. So as you know, we're blocking nostrils. I don't particularly care how you accomplish that. So you could use any combination of fingers. Pointer and thumb works really well. If you want to do the more classic mudra, you bend your second and third finger in, and it's kind of like the ring finger and the pinky finger are becoming one. And then you kind of the same concept. So whatever you're using, you're finding that bony part of your nose and then just release down to the cartilage. When we're pressing to block the nostril, we don't have to press very hard. Right shoulder nice and relaxed. We're going to try to keep this left shoulder relaxed. What tends to happen is this left elbow will start to lift. So just be mindful of that. And just tuck your chin slightly. Allow your eyelids to close. Nice deep inhale through both nostrils. Full complete exhale through both nostrils. Let's block the left. Inhale through the right. Block right, exhale left. Block left, inhale 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 right. Block right, exhale left. Release your left hand down. Take a full inhale through both nostrils. Complete exhale through both nostrils. And then just set up your right hand. So again, any configuration works here. Inhale through both nostrils. Exhale through both nostrils. Block right, inhale left. Block left, exhale right. 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 Release that hand down. Inhale through both nostrils. Exhale through both nostrils.
And then from here, you're going to move into some form of shavasana. So oftentimes in this class, that's more of just a feeling state. So you might just stay exactly where you are. You also might come into classic shavasana laying down on the floor. If you have a table or a chair in front of you, you might take a little kind of supported child's pose. That can feel really calming. Wherever you're at, though, let go of this sense of having to control anything, especially your breath. Allow it to find its own natural rhythm. Find this sense of ease here as we kind of wrap up our class together. Think of this closing pose as an opportunity to assimilate everything that we've been working on. And finally, just soak up the stillness, Shavasana. Asato ma satgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Take a deeper inhale. Sigh the breath out. Ha. And just bring some gentle, easy movement back to your body, whatever that looks like. So wiggle, stretch. As you're ready, you'll just land with your hands in a pile on top of your heart. Sending yourself, your body, love and gratitude. We're sending each other love and gratitude. Really is very special to get to meet like this every week, to practice yoga together, to move, to breathe. Finally, just promise yourself that you're going to carry this good feeling you worked so hard to create with you into the rest of the day, week, weekend ahead. And finally, just bow your head with a smile. Terrific work today. Thank you.